Today is December the 18th, 2020. This is the Service Hero Show, 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and I am your host. This is the show that shares inspiring stories of those that are inspiring others. So let's do this. Today, we're going to have a recap show, actually a highlight show, because of the fact that we just did the 36 hours of the Tour of Love. Yes, I was the host for that, and I had multiple guest hosts throughout the 36 hours, and we are going to be sharing some of the highlights. So, let's get to it. First of all, what is it that we were doing with the Tour of Love, and what is the Tour of Love all about? Well, let's talk about that. First of all, let me share one of our commercials that was produced for the show.
What the world needs now is love. In the spirit of the 60s, this 36-hour non-stop event reaching 80 million screens on E360 TV. This is the Tour of Love. Showcasing top Billboard artists, comedians, including the Guinness World Record fastest talker.
Stop.
You have set the Guinness Book of World Records.
And special tributes.
What's for supper? Baked possum and sweet potatoes.
A huge cast of talent. We're all coming together to support all those experiencing the impact of cancer. So join us November 30th on E360 TV and a multitude of other platforms. This is your invitation. We're changing lives, changing the world. This is the Tour of Love.
And Carol, thank you for checking. You know what? And for those of you that don't know, Carol Betterzins is the associate. She's actually, you could say, well, she's the assistant producer of this show, and she is one of the senior ambassadors, and she does so much for the Buddies, the cb4l.org, that we are benefiting. The Tour of Love was benefiting. And just to let you know, for some reason, I was not able to hook up to YouTube today. So we are not live on YouTube. For anybody that's looking, we are not. However, we are live on E360 TV, and we're very excited about that. We did actually stream live on the 36 hours of the Tour of Love through the E360 TV app and the website, excuse me, Roku and Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Android TV, plus social media. So we did have quite a bit of coverage. However, right now, I don't know what is going on and why we're not able to connect today with the Service Hero Show to the YouTube channel. All right, well, okay, so the Tour of Love. What does it have to do with the Service Hero Show? Well, truthfully, you could say me. And it's not about me. It is about the nonprofit that I am the president and co-founder of. It is a nonprofit that is dedicated to see that no one has to face cancer alone. And that is not only the patient, that is the patient and those people that love and support that patient. You see, what we forget sometimes is the support buddies is what we call them. Sometimes they need as much of a buddy as someone that is actually the patient. Because you see, the patient oftentimes will get a lot of the love. However, sometimes the support buddy gets forgotten. Well, not in our organization. You see, they're very, very important. But who are we? Well, we have a short clip that's going to share who it is. And the Service Hero Show, I just was figuring out we're going to be going into 2021. We will be going into our 4th season here shortly. Can you believe it? 4 years ago, I started this show basically on a challenge, 365 days of awesome. That's why I use it in the opening. 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. And I chose to do that for our buddies. So let's talk about the buddies. Here's a clip.
Life is so fragile, and we're constantly reminded just how fragile life can be, especially when we or a loved one is told we have cancer. Cancer survivor myself, I can tell you, we still feel very alone in this journey.
There's a study that's been showing that patients who are socially isolated have a worse prognosis, have a worse outcome than patients who are socially interconnected.
Chemo Buddies for Life is a non-profit cancer support group for those whose life has been impacted by cancer. We'll match you with the perfect buddy. Humor, hope, heart, and hugs.
Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love.
We're offering you a free membership, so please sign up today. Share this with your friends and family, and support this community in every way you can. No one should face cancer alone.
I am a Chemo Buddy for life.
We are a Buddies Network.
No one does cancer alone.
Be a buddy.
And we are all here for you as a community of love.
We are Chemo Buddies for life.
And if you've heard 3 words, you have cancer, for yourself or someone else, you belong with us at Chemo Buddies for life.
Healing through connections.
Healing through connections. You know, I want to really talk to everybody today. This is an opportunity to talk about the highlights of the Tour of Love. However, without understanding why the Tour of Love is so important, it is just 36 hours worth of craziness and staying awake and proving that it can be done. However, it's so much more than that. Have you or anyone you know ever heard that you have cancer, that they have cancer? In the short period of time since I started the nonprofit, Chemo Buddies for Life, which we call CB4L.org, I've had quite a few buddies that have come. Some have gained their wings. And a lot of volunteers. A lot of people that I know too have become service heroes here on this show, either on the show now on the platform that we're on, or before we were on this platform when I couldn't even get anybody to come on with me live. Well, right now, I have been, in the last few weeks, I've been talking about the numbers of what the projections are. Now, these are only projections. However, if we don't do something about it, my concern is that they will become real. I do not want them to. We need to do something about this, and we can. I have been recently, almost every day lately, been contacted by people that have either become service heroes or they are one of our volunteers within our organization. And every day they've been letting me know that they now are impacted by cancer. Many that hadn't been. And now they are. We can change this. However, we need to be real about it too. And it was brought up to me about the fact that we are so positive. Yes, we are. However, humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. Humor, hope, heart, the heart part of it. The heart part of it is the part where if someone is struggling, they're struggling. I know, I'm a survivor. I remember what it was like to be going through it. Yes, I am a survivor. I am here. Yes, this is my hair, not a wig. However, in that video, I was bald. I went through treatment. And it's not always rosy. It's not always, a bunch of comedy. I always knew I would be okay. However, the moments that I needed to get through were tough at times. And I don't want to underplay that. I want people to understand that this is real. And we need to be real about it. Now, we have programs and we have volunteers. We need more. We do, because our volunteer teams get taxed when we need to shift. And so we shift. We shouldn't have to any longer. We have the validation now. We know our programs work. Over the last nearly 4 years now, I've done beta testing. I have worked with my teams. We have tried this. We have done that. We have the social proof. We know what works. And with the numbers that have been talked about from the WHO, the World Health Organization, they said we can bring these numbers down, these projections down. And they said how. Guess what? Many of the programs that we have been doing are exactly what they're saying we need to have happen, and so that we do not see the numbers. This is real. And I don't mean to be a heavy right now, especially during the holiday season. However, I have been getting so many emails, so many texts, so many messages from people in the last 72 hours, 4 days, weeks, somewhere in there, of what is going on out there in their lives. So I want everyone to know that the highlights that I want to share today about the Tour of Love is not only the clips, it is the fact that we have the Tour of Love. We have the Buddies Network. We have cb4l.org. We have buddies. We have a program. We have community. We have the knowledge of how to go forward. Now, what don't we have? We don't have some of you. And it's time that we all rally around. So, what are we doing? Well, we do have fun. I will tell you that. We do have fun. So I'm going to share some of the clips about some of the fun. In fact, I'm surprised that our first ambassador of the chat is not here. However, this is ode to her. Many know that come to this show that Helene is always asking about a purple pen. And many of the guests, many of the service heroes that are recognized and honored are, look at me like, what is she talking about? Well, it's an ongoing, I don't want to say joke, because there actually is something behind it. And at some point in time, everybody is going to understand what it's all about. And this Sunday, here on E360 TV and on social media, we will be going live with the Tour of Love show at 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific, noon Eastern. And I'm sure at that time, you guys are going to learn a little bit more about the purple pen. All right, so the buddies. What is it that we do? Well, you know, it's best to hear from some buddies. And so I have a clip here of a couple buddies that actually gave us permission. Most of the time we don't talk about it on the outside, in the public side. However, these two did give permission. Now, forgive me, the image is a little smaller. However, listen to the words. You'll get the gist of it.
She's all like, hey, do you like want a buddy? And I'm like, what's a buddy? And she's like, yeah, you know, like somebody to be able to talk to like relate to you. It's a part of this chemo program. So that way, you know, sometimes you just want to let off some steam and talk to somebody who knows what you're going through, can answer questions that you would have never been able to find out by yourself, you know? And so I was like, yeah, sure, I'm open to it. Okay. And she did. So she introduced me to Sherry. And it was pretty cool, you know, like at first, you know, I got the little awkward of like, hey. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just questioning about each other. And then, you know, slowly but surely, you know, there's a couple of rough times, like when I experienced my first moments of survivor's guilt, and I had no idea like what to title that emotion, and I explained it to Sherry, and she's just like, honey, like this is what it is. And it's one of those things where she's been in the shoes, and it's like a light that goes off in your head of like, wow. I'm trying to explain it to like my husband, and he just didn't really understand. You know, he's there, he's supportive, but sometimes it's all about that somebody who's been there that can understand on different levels. And I'm truly grateful to have someone like you, Sherry, in my life, because I don't know how I would be handling certain things right now if you didn't shine a light on any of them, and just checking in on me every now and then. And you know, I thank you.
You're welcome. I love you. I actually found Chemo Buddies through my wigs. Actually,
oh,
yeah. One of our sponsors, Heather Dye. Mm-hmm. She has a wig company online, and she was doing a fundraising event for Chemo Buddies, and kind of, for me, it's like I'd found my purpose. I'd found my home. I'd found my family. It's like Ariel said, it's totally different with everybody here. You know, it's your family loves you and supports you, but this is a way different kind of level of support. And that's what I found here, and I've loved it ever since. And I have a couple of buddies, and with Ariel, it's different with each one of them. But you do, and in the very beginnings, it's like you're testing the waters of a friendship. You know, it's little by little. You find out a little bit here, a little bit there. You open up a little bit more, and open up a little bit more, and then it's just like she's part of me. She's part of my life. And she lifts me up just as much as I lift her. because like I said, when I see her in those videos and the time to move that she's doing, that kind of strength and endurance on your chemo, it's inspiring. It makes me want to go get up and go do something. So it's a bond it's CB for life. You are my CB for life.
Definitely.
Girl, I love you.
I found a spiritual understanding. Thanks to Chemo Buddies, my spirit felt lifted. I felt more open. You know, everybody has their chocolate days, like Cameron said before in the past. And you know, sometimes all I want to do is just roll up in the corner and do nothing but listen to all the chats. You know, or sometimes like I have like some good news and I'm just like, oh my god, I want to tell somebody who understands something. And because like thanks to the Chemo Buddies, thanks to this chat and everything, I've kind of found that, you know, being able to find a community that is so open-hearted and loving and everything.
Like you, I've had a spiritual change as well. I mean, the connection, not just with you, like you said, with all the buddies, with the whole community, with everything that it stands for and everything that it's going to be. It's inspiring in itself.
Yeah.
It's like Ariel said, I know when I'm having a bad day, that my best thing to do is to get with her or with my other buddies, or like she said, jump on the chat. Because as soon as you say, I'm not feeling right, I'm not feeling right good, everything stops. And everybody is there to support you 150%. Everything just stops and you're okay. We make sure that our buddies are okay. That's what we do. It's the bond. It's just the bond is beyond. Yeah.
On and off camera, no matter what. It starts. It can start off camera. It can start on camera, but it's always going to end off camera, making sure that we're okay.
Yes.
Got a little weepy. I want to recognize many that are here. Randy. And love you, thinking of you so much. And Sherry McQueen and Ariel, thinking of you a lot, and you are welcome. So welcome, my dear, so welcome. And I wanted to go live today on the Service Heroes show. Yes, highlights of the Tour of Love. However, we have so many people that are coming to us every single day that are being affected one way or another. And then it was asked of me just recently about the type of programs that we have. Now let's talk about this. And that is the Tour of Love is all about raising the awareness, enrolling buddies, the funds that are needed to be able to create these programs, or people, volunteers to come and help. That's how we have gotten to where we are. However, the reality of it is that the more people that come, the more is needed. And there are so many people. So it was asked, okay, is it always fun and games, basically? Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. Humor, yes, that speaks for itself. Humor, we need to have our daily dose of laughter because the serotonin, it's been proven, the science is there, that will help us. It will help everyone to feel better. Humor, hope, all things, hope in all things. Have you ever heard of this? I live for it. I will tell you this. It is the part of my DNA. And so that is a big part of what our program is all about, is the hope, the heart. That is the here and now. That is I just got a call and I want to cry. I'm not feeling so great today. I need some help. I need some support. I'm calling a chocolate day, and hey, I may have 2 of them. And it's real. It's real, guys. And we have had trial programs. We had one a few years ago that we actually had someone that was overseeing a whole program, and it was very helpful. However, we need to have employees to really be able to go further and more in depth into some of this. So will we have employees? Yes, we will. We will at some point, because we need to make sure that we are being respectful with our buddies. Hugs, we all need them. More than ever, we need them right now. We're in a virtual world, yet this virtual world, if we understand it, that's why we bring in experts. That's why we talk about and we learn. We're constantly teaching ourselves, and we bring in people that have certifications and licenses and such things, and so that we can learn how it is that we can be supporting each other in the ways that we can and do it safely. We were doing this well before COVID. And a whole lot of love. We all know that love makes us feel great. There is something to it. There is something that songs are written about it. Poetry is written about it. It's been happening since the beginning of time. Now science has caught up with it. And again, we've been taught about it, and we're lucky to have so many of the people that have actually, even one of our board members was the director for a movie that is on Gaia TV. And in fact, I've got it right here. I've got it, Sacred Journey of the Heart. The director of this movie is on our board. So you see, I want to be respectful of what we're doing and to share the reality of it. And the fact that we are actually, even though we are still a younger nonprofit, we are making a difference. And I am so very, very proud of what we are doing. Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. Healing through connections. Absolutely. So what is it that I want to share about some of the highlights? Well, we had a tremendous amount of really great content and entertainment. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here with us, Sherry. I'm so glad you're here with us, Carol. I'm so glad you are here with us right now, Kristen and Randy, and so many more that I know are on, that I don't see comments because of the fact that you may be on Amazon Fire TV. And I want to say to Amazon Fire TV, I understand that there's a huge audience that is growing there. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Apple TV, Android TV, and Roku, any of those apps. Then on the E360 TV app too. So we had an amazing song that was sung, and I've played it a lot on this show and on the Tour of Love show. However, there's 2 versions of it, and in the version I've been sharing a lot of, it's longer. It's more of like an anthem. It's fun. We had a call, kind of like a casting call in a way, where we had people from all over the world that joined us on Thanksgiving morning to film. And then there were multiple different people, different studio time and all such a things that Crystal Richardson, one of the co-writers, there was 3 of us that wrote this song, Crystal Richardson, myself, and Julie Christopher, and our board member, Skip Thomas, also now known as Poe. They did a version of it. I'm going to share it with you right now because it actually shares the words humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. Also, listen to it with your heart. Because in this version, the frequency, the key that it is sung in, is actually a healing key. So I want you to listen to it even with your eyes closed.
Together we are stronger than sadness. Together we are stronger than cancer. Together we are stronger. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. Human hope, hearts, hugs, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hugs, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hugs, love, love, love. Human hope, hearts, hugs, love. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are one, we are love, we are hope, we are the ones to change the world with our hearts. We are the ones to change the world with our hearts.
Beautiful, right? And Randy shares, I love all of you here and have missed being here with you. I must find more time to be here. It is so uplifting and loving. Thank you for that, Randy. Love you. I really do. And so let's continue in what it is that I'm sharing with the highlights. As we go into the end of the year, and whatever your belief system is, whatever holidays you celebrate, there's many of them that are being celebrated right around this period of time. Plus, many of us look at the standard calendar and that the end of December is a new year. Not all, but many do. This is a particularly hard time of the year for anyone that is dealing with any kind of illnesses. And now you add in the fact that the world is in a shutdown called COVID, that we have a pandemic that has been called, and that many are not allowed to be gathering together with family. Now, that is not a new drill for anyone that is going through cancer, through active chemo or radiation or alternative therapies, whatever they may choose. Because you see, it doesn't matter in our nonprofit what treatment someone chooses, because we are not about the treatment. We are about the people. We are about healing within ourselves, because we talk about healing through connections. And it's threefold: healing through connections within ourselves, healing through connections within buddies, and healing through connections within community. I want to share a clip, a longer clip. And hello, Lori Whitney. Glad you're here with us. So happy you're here. And Andrea, love you. So happy all of you are here with us. TGIF, in fact, TGIF, open mic night. We're having it tonight. So anybody that wants a link, let me know. All right. Got some homework done. Some house cleaning, as they say. All right. So I want to thank Mikey Adam Cohen for inviting Melissa Manchester to be a part of the Tour of Love. She came on in hour number 34. And I have been reworking all of the hours, because we did have technical issues. It's no secret. It happened. It does happen. I watched something while things were rendering, because I have been very busy in doing editing. And I was watching something about this very issue. And that is, when you have something big to do, many times you have to just be messy and do it. And that's what we've been doing as we've been growing. You see, we grew from two buddies. And our doctors said, there's something here. You need to take this to the world. Then started finding out, yes, it was needed. So then we had a few buddies. Then we had a few buddies in a few states. Then we had a few buddies in many states. Then we had buddies throughout the United States. And then we started adding in Canada. And then we started having ambassadors in other areas of the world, yet not buddies. And now we have buddies throughout different areas of the world. And yet we don't have enough of them, because there are people that are hearing that either they or someone that they love is being diagnosed or has been diagnosed. And we need to be there for them. We need to be there. This program works. We need to be there. Well, so Melissa Manchester came on. And instead of me sharing her words, I did a little bit of editing, and I'm sharing some of her words with you today here. And then you can watch the full hour on YouTube. Here you go. We, of course, are raising funds, and we are enrolling buddies, and so that people will be able to heal through connections while they're facing cancer.
That is so fantastic. It's such a fantastic concept, and it's magnificent that you are enacting that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, I have been through the journey with my dad. He had liver and pancreatic cancer, and unfortunately he did not survive it, but he had a fantastic life. He did what he loved to do. He was a musician. He was a bassoonist with the Metropolitan Opera, and he his life was remarkable, and I must say his death was remarkable as well. There was a lot of joy in music and community. And my niece just survived a brief bout with breast cancer, and thank God she's doing fine. But my friend Nancy Colton, she's the daughter of my dearest friend Harriet, and she did not survive. But once she started, I found her inspiring, and it inspired me to write a song called "The Power of Ribbons," which struck me. You know, the image of that little pink ribbon held together by a very tiny safety pin that has galvanized billions around the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's extraordinary that little tiny thing could have so much power. And I appreciated when I was inspired that ribbons and power were in the same thought for me. Mm-hmm. And so I wrote the song as a walking song. I wrote it while I was walking on my treadmill, so I would have a good sense of the tempo of it. 3.2, by the way. And I believe it's 3.2. And that's the only song that I've had all of the royalties go to cancer research.
Thank you.
So I sing it every year. I've been singing it for the last several years at the big Citadel, that beautiful shopping space that my friend Steve Craig has constructed. It has the world's largest pink ribbon. It's in the Guinness Book of Records now. And they do a beautiful fashion show, and the women and the men get done up, and they have a runway, and people watch. And at the end of it, I'm always asked to sing Power of Ribbons. You know, I'm thrilled to be part of this, and I'm thrilled with the concept of buddies.
Thank you.
Because I really believe that the isolation of doing this by yourself creates its own kind of toxicity.
Right.
And you really need help to walk the walk and carry the load. I know from observation that sometimes you want to just be in a corner and hide for a while. But man, oh man, if you have a community, a village of even one other person who's saying, it's enough with the darkness, we're going into the light now. Come on. We're going into the light. We're going to walk in the light.
Reminds me of spring reminds me of hope reminds me that I'm not alone. We're connected by dreams connected to a vision that victory is all we know. Can you feel it now? It's so real. The power of rhythms. Oh, million strong. The courage of women who won't wait any longer. This is the moment when a dream becomes a thing. There's power in ribbons, the color of pink. The color of pink. I'm reclaiming my joy's reclaiming my life begins with every step I take now. My spirit's flying, love is here and I'll surrender and take this day to celebrate. The power of rhythms to hold a million strong. The courage of women who won't wait any longer. This is the moment when our dream becomes the
blessings multiply.
Power of ribbons, and I want to let people know that isn't it is a beautiful song, and we are spreading the love. Yes, we are, absolutely, Lori, very much so. And I really want to stress this, the power of ribbons. And it talks about the pink ribbon. However, are you aware? And we need to be aware. We need to bring this awareness out there. And Melissa Manchester is amazing. She believes in our cause. She sees the need. She gets it. She gets it. And I can't even say thank you enough for understanding the need. However, with that said, there is another color. There's a 3-colored ribbon for breast cancer that is stage 4. And we need to remember that. We really need to remember that we have the metavirus and we have the other 3 stages, 0 through 3, that are just in that one color. Now, and our organization, of which I am the president and co-founder of, cb4l.org, we are all cancers, all stages. And so all the colors of the rainbow, basically, and many multiple colored ribbons. However, I love the song. I love the song, and I love the premise of the song, because you see power, the power of ribbons. And she brought this song to let us share on our tour of love, which I will say this, that now our website, I believe, is up and going again. And so we can accept donations. We haven't been able to for the last couple of weeks. And so I believe it has been fixed. Technology is technology, and we have amazing, wonderful volunteers. However, we migrated our site, and in doing so, we upgraded some of it, and some of our technology didn't like to play together well, and it created some issues. We didn't understand what those issues were, and it took a little while to get to it. However, now we believe it is fixed. So we will start again, really going out there and letting people know, because we have quite a few people that are waiting to donate. So you can. And then we're going to have an auction area here soon, because we have the items. And I want to thank everybody, including Lori Whitney and others, for donating these items. We're going to be having the auction up. And then we're going to have ongoing stuff going on. Guys, we're in here this to stay and to make a difference. I want people, as we start to close, to understand this. This is a movement that we globally can come together, and we can be there for each other, and we can overcome our differences of geographics, religious backgrounds, belief systems, education, anything, whatever it is. Melissa said it well. One of the things about editing these hours is I've been able to listen to the people that were there in these hours and really listen to their hearts as well as their words. And she said that she doesn't like the word tolerance. She likes the idea of respect. I love that. We can respect each other. And then we brought up love. Love can actually make a difference, a world of a difference. We can actually change the world with love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Here's a little bit about what it is, again, that we're doing and why it's so important for us to have our site up and going, and why I want people to start going there and becoming buddies.
Hello, my name is Tamara Hunter, and I want to welcome you to Chemo Buddies for Life. We believe in healing through connections, and in fact, we believe it so much. I am out here in nature right now, connecting, because we also believe in healing through nature. You will be taking a journey with us, like this river here. And in this journey, you're going to be connecting not only with other buddies, you'll be connecting with yourself. We have the celebration journal, and we are going to make sure that you have one of your own. You will have an opportunity with our community to connect with yourself. Also, within the journey that you're going to be taking with us, you'll have an opportunity to create your own profile. In it, you'll be either announcing that you have heard 3 words our community has heard. You have cancer, either for yourself or for someone that you love. I'm holding these purple flowers because, you know, purple represents many things in nature. First of all, it's beautiful. It represents a higher frequency. And Chemo Buddies for Life, year 2020, we declared it to be the year of love. We believe in the frequency of love. We also know that purple is the universal cancer color. So when you declare on your profile what cancer you've been associated with, you can either decide to tell us which one or go with the purple, universal. Also, you know, as I'm standing here looking at this beautiful view, it makes me think of the fact that we are a community. We are building a worldwide community. And it's like this river that I'm staring down at. You know, when you think of a river, it comes from a variety of different areas. There may be snow that's melted. There may be different creeks that have come together. And then it goes on its journey just like down this way. It has a fork in the road, a fork in the river. So does our website. Our website, as you get to know it, as you get to know the community, you're going to find that you can have a buddy of your own, or you can fork in the road and you can decide to go off into the community, of which we have so many things to offer for you. So the bottom line is this, is get to be a part of like this community river, like the river that's come together from all different areas. We are bringing people from the United States, from Canada, from Europe, from Asia, from Africa, from all areas of the world. We are a global family, and we welcome you. So, come and join us. Be a part of the community. Get involved. We're going to help you through every single step of the way. I am glad that you have found us. So now, let us get you to be a part of our community. We are healing through connections. We are healing through buddies. Welcome.
Kristen, thank you for the love we all need. Yeah, all we need is love. There you go. Mic drop, right? Going into the holidays right now, many are in the middle of their holidays. Please, please, please keep this in mind. There may be someone out there that may not reach out, but needs to be reached. There may be someone that you know that they may be having a hard time. They may have heard words that they didn't want to hear. They may be facing the holidays without a loved one. There could be a variety of different things. And this year in particular, it is even that much more critical that we keep in mind the fact that there are those that are struggling. And they need an extra dose of love. So please reach out to them. Please let them know. Get your phones out right now, in fact, and if there's anyone that is on your mind, I challenge you right now, go ahead and turn me off. Right now, message them. Text them, email them, call them, whatever it may be, and let them know you're thinking of them. They probably need it right now. If you're thinking of them, they need to hear from you. That's what it's all about. So please, 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 let's keep that in mind. And if you are part of our community, tonight is open mic night. And so I want to see you in there. I'll be there. And if anybody wants a link to go live with us, let me know. All right. So until Monday, Service Heroes will be back on Monday. However, on Sunday, we are having the Tour of Love show. 9 o'clock in the morning. So get your coffee mug ready to go to rock and roll. At 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific, noon Eastern. Okay, see you guys then.